From the earliest times, we have seen the fate of autocrats who tried divorcing sovereignty from individual rights, forgetting that without the support of their own people, the very sovereignty they prided themselves on was most at risk. Freed from the shackles of Dhana Nanda, a treasure hoarder who taxed the most basic commodities and lost the goodwill of his subjects, the people were more than happy to have a new benevolent ruler in the form of Chandragupta. This is projected in the words of his guru Acharya Chanakya, Praja Sukhe Sukham Rajya, Praja Natu Hite Hitam, Narma Priya Hitam Rajya, Praja Natu Priyam Hitam. According to the Brihaspati Dharmasutras, time-honored institutions of each country, group, and family should be preserved intact, otherwise the people would rise in rebellion, the subjects would become disaffected towards their rulers, and the army and treasure would be destroyed. The Indian political thought from time immemorial believed in the rule of law written in Dharmashastras and Arthashastra, which translates into Dharma, Dharmam Kshetre Kshetriyam, and the West also acknowledges the importance of rule of law. The proponents of liberal theory have believed the supreme virtue of the rule of law is therefore that it serves to protect the individual citizen from the state. It ensures a government of laws and not of men, therefore treating every individual as equal and giving them equal rights. Through institutions like Amartya Parishad, Sabha, Samiti, and the right to recall the king, we learn that constitutionalism forms the base of governance as it guarantees legitimacy. As Rousseau put it in the social contract theory, the strongest is never strong enough to be always the master unless he transforms strength into right and obedience into duty. And our Indian political thought also states that legitimacy, in a sense, arises from the ground up. So, however strong the king may be, to maintain his legitimacy, peace and prosperity in his state, he has to guarantee a Bill of Rights to his citizens. The doctrine of internal sovereignty is meaningless when rulers find themselves unconcerned with individual liberties. History has taught us whenever individual rights have been curtailed over states' rights, it is the state that has suffered. It is the constitution which will ensure loyalty from every citizen whom it is to govern, and no constitution can evoke such sentiments unless it offers to every citizen the motivation to defend it. The Constitution of India strives to promote a feeling of affinity, as the preamble itself starts with the words, "We the people," and ends with the words, "Give to ourselves." The world community at large has also recognized the due importance to be given to individual rights to maintain peace and stability. This is portrayed in the preamble of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which begins with the words, "Whereas recognition of the inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world, as well as through the sustainable development goals that urge nation states to promote rule of law and safeguard the individual liberties of all in order to achieve the Agenda 2030. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, with public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. Consequently, he who molds public sentiment goes deeper than he who enacts statutes or promotes decision. He makes statutes and decisions possible or impossible to be executed. Thank you.